Hey. All right, it's time. It's time for the Black Belt Newscast. I'm Cindy Fisher.
I'm Todd Prater.
Yep, so we are here today, August 16th. It is noon on Friday when we like to come to you guys live with all the stories that we have out of the Black Belt. I'm in Demopolis this week.
And I am in the Queen City this week, still in Selma at home.
Yep, last week we were at the office. We never know where we're going to be.
Cindy, I prefer that, but, this works too.
Yeah, we do enjoy being together, but
do what you got to do.
So as I always say, all of our content comes from blackbeltnewsnetwork.com.
Right.
Also the print edition of the Selma Sun, which is Dallas County. But all of this stuff we're going to be talking about comes from Black Belt News Network. So go there. You can see everything that we have posted from all of our different markets. Send your news to news@blackbeltnewsnetwork.com. We can't do it without you guys. We get so many great story tips and ideas and even videos and photos from you guys. That's how we do it. It's a team effort. Sign up for our daily newsletter. When you go to blackbeltnewsnetwork.com, it'll pop up in the first few seconds asking you to sign up. We send our headlines at 3 o'clock every day. And that is how you'll know what's going on in your neck of the woods. All right. So, of course, we are live. I can take comments. So if you guys comment wherever you're seeing us, whether it's on Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube, and I will be able to answer your comments while we're live. So let us know what you think and give us some story ideas there too if you want. Just say hi. All right. So let's launch in. We have a lot of stuff going on. We're going to start in Demopolis this week. There's a lot of controversy about the old schools, and I've heard a lot of folks telling me about going to school there. I went to an old school in Tuscaloosa, so I know what it's like. And it has an auditorium that canebrake players, the really awesome folks that do the plays use. Players.
The community.
There is a plan in place for a developer to redevelop this into condos, apartments, and also add a building to the back, but it's not a very popular plan. What's going on with it, Todd?
Well, the folks in the neighborhood say that if they're going to put 19 efficiency apartments in the old historic building and then build, they say 20 condominiums behind it, but the Alabama Historical Commission is involved and said that's not going to be possible. But they are planning to put some townhomes behind it, or rather condos behind it. Folks in the neighborhood that live around the old school are adamantly against this because they say that their property values will drop. They're worried that it might be government subsidized. However, the mayor, Woody Collins, says the contract stipulates it cannot be government subsidized. But the people are worried about a number of different things. We're going to have a complete story coming up in the next edition of Selma Sun and on Black Belt News Network. It is a lot of controversy. There was supposed to have been a public hearing last night at the council meeting, the Demopolis. However, it was postponed because, get this, a typo in the ad, and they wanted to make sure that all their I's are crossed and their T's are dotted. So they made sure that, and I said it like purpose. They made sure that they got it right, putting the ad back in their paper, and then they will have the meeting on the 19th of September just to make sure everything's on the up and up and everything is all nice and legal. So if you have a dog in this fight, September 19th is the public hearing, and of course, one or both will be there for that.
Yep. I was going to be there last night. I came for the beginning of the meeting. So there wasn't a whole lot to it. So, it's, I know that people are against development. Now, they do say that the theater will still be able to use the auditorium.
They have a rent-free lease on it.
They are, exactly. So they're saying it's available.
I used to be a part of that.
It's supposed to be a win-win.
We're doing it again soon. And I'm glad to know that they'll still be there. They'll have the auditorium and the basement. And like I said, Woody said, it's a 99-year lease for the canebrake players. And that is a stipulation in the contract if this sale were to go through and the developer, Latham development out of Mobile. There's the development
Which
company.
Latham is also looking at properties and has several developments throughout the Black Belt, including in Selma. They are eyeing and partnering with Invictus on that Dallas Academy property. So they are known for working on projects here in the Black Belt. So they're not a fly by night, if that's what people are thinking.
No, they are. Yeah,
and
they're reputable.
I got information that they developed something very similar to this in the Anniston area. We'll get some information on that, but they redeveloped something very similar to this. So it's not their first project, and they did make it available to the other folks. So they're trying to say, hey, we've done this before and it's worked.
Yeah.
So that'll be a curious process to see how that goes. All right, let's move over to Selma for a bit. I attended this meeting on placemaking, which is signage, like wayfinding signs. And they're talking about an innovation district for Selma, which would mostly be downtown. And this is I'm going to make sure I get the name of it right. The Center on Rural Innovation. And so there is a USDA grant that paid for this study. And the big thing they said was, we don't want to reinvent the wheel. We want to look at other processes and plans because they called us plan fatigued in Selma, which is true. We get a lot of plans like this that just never happen. So they've pulled a lot of different plans. They were starting actually right before the tornado hit. So after the tornado, they waited a little bit just to see how we were recovering before they came in with this plan. And it's kind of neat, some of the ideas that they had, which some of it's not new, like having signs and banners on the street lights that say where you are and that you're here. Right. But it's also about having co-working space. They talked about regional cooperation being something smart to do, getting tourists to visit areas that are outside of just the civil rights district, more living space downtown. And they talked a little bit about light industries like tech firms coming, but actually the city of Selma has an ordinance that said you can't work out of your house. I mean, really, this is an ordinance from like the 60s that needs to be changed. Most of us post-COVID work from home a lot, and technically I'm not allowed to work from home in Selma.
Right. Yeah.
So little changes and suggestions like that. So it's an interesting plan. I ran in this week's print editions. We'll put it up online on Black Belt News Network. But I really enjoyed going to that meeting and talking about changes that can be made in town. Yeah. Staying in Selma for a minute, let's talk about repaving project. So Selma has a $2.4 million of funding with Delta Regional Authority that is covering the cost of repaving. And I know people talk about this a lot, and they're like, "Oh, I'll believe it when I see it." Right. But the engineers got started on the resurfacing. It's resurfacing, and they're going all the way down to the basics. They're not just putting another layer on top and redoing the sewers along with it. It's 60 blocks of downtown. Wow. And what they're calling disaster area 1, since that's where the tornado tore through. If we're going to already be doing work. So this runs from Broad Street, so east of Broad Street to Marie Foster, and then north of JL Chestnut to First Avenue. Yeah, it's kind of neat to see what they're planning to do there. This is a grant through Delta Regional Authority. And they've already talked about this. They've done the ribbon cutting for it. So this is just one of the process, but they are actually doing the work, getting started on the work. So that was good to see this week.
Cool.
All right. So Todd and I both went to Black Belt Media Day. Yeah. It was at Wallace Community College. And one of the reasons we did that is because the Teen Tech Center brings together each year, summer, start of this fall, the football players and coaches from area high schools. And this is so great because it gives us a chance to reach these folks while they're not sweaty on the sidelines or at practice which is also hard for us to get a hold of them. And so you see them here in a panel style. And they spoke about, what they're expecting, what's coming for the season, but we grabbed them after and did interviews. So we will be posting that. Opening night for high school football and the black belt is next Friday, August 23rd. So we've got a week to get together all of our awesome footage we got. That's a Toggaville speaking right there. Wilcox Central was just in that video before that. Dallas County was there. Keith High School, Southside High School. So we got some really great video. There's a few that weren't able to make it, so we're gonna have to go hunt them down at their practices. But we can't wait to show you guys all the great video. That was from a reel that I did, showing all the people that were there, and it was just a really great day. Great information. There's Dallas County waiting their turn.
It's out really nicely.
There you are.
Hey, here I are.
I lost you for a minute.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes, we enjoyed Media Day. Can't wait to share with you guys. And actually, I already posted a story with the schedule for next Friday. So if you want to know who's playing when, go check out blackbeltnewsnetwork.com and under sports. And I've also put it as a featured item. So go check that out. Yeah, Chico's got us going today. Thanks for all the comments. And I can see your comments too, if you want to tell us what you think about what we're doing right now and what stories you'd like to see. We've just got so much going on. Hey, let's talk about jiu-jitsu for a minute. Tell me about who you met this week.
I got to go and speak with he's a doctor who started this, Dr. Ronnie Tisdale. And he started this Selma Soul Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And it's really fascinating. This is the kids, he has kids and adults. This is the kids class. That's him right there, Dr. Tisdale. He's an ER doctor who has been doing this as a hobby for a long time, came to Selma to work in medical field and decided to open up the jiu-jitsu. It's in the Selma Mall. They start with the kids. As you saw him sitting down talking, he listens to the kids. He relates. A quick aside, that an instructor sitting there with the orange, he just graduated Selma High School and is about to go to college. His name is Ashton Young. But they have the kids at 5, the adults at 6. They engage with them. They teach them a peaceful, as he said, a peaceful self-defense method. And I asked him, what's the difference in Brazilian? Because, jiu-jitsu, it's an Asian martial art. It came out of Japan. So what makes Brazilian different? And he told me, but you know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to tell you. You're going to have to read the story that's coming up in the Selma Center on Black Belt News.
A cliffhanger.
Yeah, a small difference, but there's a difference. And it's really fascinating. It's a lot of fun. I'm going to have the phone number. So if you want to get involved, it is a 501c3. So there's no cost to any of the students, adult or children. There's families that are there. It's really a great thing. You can go after work, school, whatever, right there in Selma Mall. It's easy to get to and very friendly people. He's even got a world champion as one of his instructors. So
I didn't realize they're free classes, right?
Yeah, and they're all free for the kids and for the adults.
Wow.
And it's when you walk in, it's kind of reminiscent. The way he's got it set up, it's kind of reminiscent of what, like if you've ever seen Rocky, the boxing ring, you go, it's like the little building where he goes, the gym. It kind of reminds you of that. He has a New York background, so that's where he learned his jiu-jitsu.
Okay.
He's kind of got that New York vibe in the gym. It's like going in and being part of Rocky, except jiu-jitsu. Instead of boxing,
And you're not going up a whole lot of stairs.
Yeah, well, no, we don't have to run up the stairs on this one. Though.
Oh my gosh, that's the worst part of Rocky, if you ask me.
Well, I'm lucky to walk upstairs, so I'm gonna be running up in it.
No. All right, let's talk about. We've got a fishing tournament coming up tomorrow.
Yes, I'm so excited. It is the first fishing tournament in the new Selma Marina Pavilion, and to top that off, it is a benefit for Anthony Drame, who's fighting cancer. He's been fighting cancer for about 6 months or so. And
I
Corey
think
Ingram,
longer, because didn't they do this for him last year?
they had one, but I think they did do a benefit for him last year. I'm gonna have to ask Corey, double check that. But
My son is going to be there at this tournament tomorrow.
Yeah, he'll be there. But tomorrow, of course, that's Tia. This video is from the ribbon cutting of the new pavilion, but that's where they're going to do it. They will launch at first safe light. So, as Big Daddy used to say, they're going to launch at day crack.
Day crack.
If you are interested in fishing in this tournament, whether you're a professional angler or you just like to fish for fun, this will be a great tournament to do it. Just be there early. Sign up is there. It's $100 a boat. There's also big fish, guaranteed payout. I think it's $1,000 for first place, and it works its way down from there. It's going to be a fun tournament. Weigh-in is at 3:00 at the new pavilion at the Selma Marina. Everybody's invited to come watch if you choose not to fish in it. But I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there to watch.
Yeah.
I wish I could boat to fish. I'd be out fishing. That'd be fun.
You're going to be there as the Black Belt Outdoors, which
As
we
the
will
Black Belt
discuss in a minute.
Outdoors reporter. That's our new one. Yeah.
That's right. I see your logo there. Yeah, we're going to talk about that in a second, because first we want to talk about one other event we will be at next week.
Yes.
Speaking
of Big Daddy.
We're going to be at his.
There you go. I didn't know if you had sound on that or not.
There's a ribbon
I
cutting.
did with Big Daddy's brother, Tommy, and it is up on Black Belt News Network and on our Facebook. But the 20th, Tuesday at 10:00 in the morning at the T-Pier, Roland Cooper State Park, they're going to dedicate the T-Pier sign right there that the coon eliminator Claude Ray Pearson actually made. They'll dedicate that to Big Daddy. It's going to be a memorial and the dedication. Everybody is invited and asked to attend. Again, that is Tuesday, 10:00. The governor's going to be there. Chris Blankenship, the commissioner of the Conservation Commissioner, is going to talk. Some friends of Big Daddy, Mayor Cresswell from Camden, he's going to talk.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of folks. Pam Swanner from Alabama Black Belt Adventures. We absolutely love her. She's going to be there. She is the one who made all this happen, the memorial. Pam, if it wasn't for Pam Swanner and Alabama Black Belt Adventures, this memorial may not actually happen. Although the dedication part was planned before Big Daddy died, and you'll learn that in that interview. But Pam kind of took the ball and ran with it and made this memorial and dedication happen. So thank you, Pam.
Yes. And so we wanted to share that because we love Big Daddy we love the outdoors, we had been speaking with Big Daddy for years about kind of passing the baton.
Yeah,
of us covering and really Todd covering outdoors.
He kept telling me for years that I needed to take up when he was ready to retire. And I kept saying,
what? We're doing it.
The time comes, but it came too soon.
Yeah, it did come too soon, but we know what he means by how wonderful the Black Belt is and the outdoors. So what we have done is we have started Black Belt Outdoors on Facebook. And this is our page. We have already got stories. We've been doing outdoor stories for years now.
We've been doing it a long time. And
we have.
And neither one of us is like, I cannot be Big Daddy. I am not Big Daddy, but he taught me a lot. And so in his honor and carry on his legacy,
yes,
we're going to do this.
We are. And so it's Black Belt Outdoors. Go follow us. We have 54 followers, but we just started a day and a half ago.
Yeah.
We're pretty proud of that for only being around for a day and a half. So the idea is that you will see, and we're going to hope that Todd will go live from the fishing tournament tomorrow and do the weigh-in. So all of the things that we don't want to do necessarily on our Black Belt Network one, because we have so many other news to do on there.
Right.
So we plan on doing your big buck pictures, your first buck pictures, just like you would send to Big Daddy. You'll send it to us at outdoors@blackbeltnewsnetwork.com. or news@blackbeltnewsnetwork.com. We'll take either one. We can't wait to get started and share all of your awesome pictures, your PBs, your personal bests, the catches of your bass or catfish. And this will be a great community combiner where we can all come together and share what we have going on, and birding, hiking, camping, because we do have our camping in the Black Belt.
Right. That's cool too.
Yeah.
We'll put that up here too.
Our camping in the Black Belt will be coming up on that channel. And so we can't wait to share all of our awesome things with you guys out of the
exciting. I
outdoors.
love like that, especially something carrying on a legacy like what Big Daddy started. And again, I'm not Big Daddy. We're not Big Daddy, but what we learned from him, we want to share and continue. And that's what we're going to do.
And keep you informed about what's going on with the outdoors in the Black Belt. And this is great for ecotourism too. So we want more people to come see what we have to offer. And of course, locals to enjoy it too.
I mean, there is so much, it's just like Big Daddy always said, there is so much in the outdoors. It is a multi-billion-dollar industry.
That's right.
We want to share that and have people come here to make this area better for all of us.
And nobody did it better than Big Daddy, but we are going to try from what we learned from him to continue the legacy.
Yeah.
And the Lawlers are supportive of what we're doing. So this is our continuing his legacy.
Yeah, exactly.
So send your news to news@blackbeltnewsnetwork.com. Like I said, we have the sports coming up. Starting next week, we'll be on the sidelines. We'll be doing the scores from scenes. There's no way we can get to every game. If you are at a game and you're getting photos and videos, please send them. We will pay you.
There you go.
Get with me at news@blackbeltnewsnetwork.com if you want to be one of our correspondents helping us from the sidelines. We can't be at every game. We have folks at some of them we know will be there, but there's a lot of games we're going to miss because there's so many of them, and we want to make sure we highlight everybody.
Right.
All right, let's talk about sponsors. Let's give our big thanks to Miller Funeral. They are our #1 sponsor for this.
Thanks, Mr. Miller.
Thank you, Randall Miller Funeral Services. Be a great family member and do your pre-planning. They always recommend meet with one of their advisors. They know what they're doing. They can help you pre-plan so that your family doesn't have to do that for you. 334-874-9081. I just love Randall Miller. Thank you, guys. If you want to be a sponsor, email us at news@blackbeltnewsnetwork.com. We'll get you in here too to be seen by all of our viewers. And also follow us. This is how you'll know what's going on. We have a huge community on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube that follows all the things we have going on. Join us for this. We want to be a community project. We are not doing this by ourselves. And then I did want to show, I had one other thing I wanted. Okay. So we became a nonprofit. We can take donations now. We have a fiscal sponsor, so we can take donations. Please consider donating to the Black Belt News Network. It can be a tax-deductible donation. It will help us continue to do the work we're doing, getting into more communities, and also to keep our content free. It's really important to us that we don't have a paywall. We know that some of our neighbors have paywalls, and they make it really hard for you to know what's going on in the community, but we don't have a paywall, and we will not use that method. It doesn't make good money, and it pushes out a lot of our readers that make them not able to know what's going on. We want you to know the great stuff that's going on in community and the not so great stuff that's going on in community, so that you're well informed and know how to make good decisions in our community. So we want to keep this free. Please help by donating. You can go to blackbeltnewsnetwork.com. There's a link for the donating, and it is tax deductible. You can do it on a monthly basis, just like you do Netflix. I already pay $14 a month for Netflix, or maybe it's $16 now. I would love to do $16 a month. I give lots of my energy to the Black Belt News Network, but I need you guys to come in and step in and help us out so that we can continue to be here in the Black Belt and grow and grow and grow. You know, we won a bunch of awards this year. We are an award-winning news agency. The National Newspaper Association, we won a first place award in the entire country, second place for this newscast, y'all, in the whole country. They love what we're doing. You guys are very lucky to have us here. We feel lucky to be here. Let's work together and make sure we can afford to keep doing this for many years to come. That's my spiel.
Well, it's a good one too. And like you said, we love doing this. We love this area and we want to continue to do this. So help us keep it going.
Yeah. It's been a lot of fun to do this. We've only been around for a year and a half, the Black Belt News Network. And the Selma Sun, I've only owned it 6 years. That's not that long in the grand scheme, but we are innovating news. I get so many people who are like, you do that and that and that, all the great things that we do. So join us. And as we just continue to do great journalism for the Black Belt. Can't wait for football to start. And we will see you guys next week. Tune in to the Black Belt Outdoors on Facebook, and you will see what happens. See all the great stories we have in there, but also you'll see Todd tomorrow at the fishing tournament.
At the fishing tournament, and don't forget Tuesday at the Roland Cooper State Park Tea Pier. Tuesday,
and we will do a live from there for a little bit too. How about that?
Yes.
We'll go live on Tuesday if our Wi-Fi is good. And hey, if you guys donate enough money to us, we can afford Starlink so that we can actually go live anywhere. That are one of our goals is to up our technology so that we can go live wherever we are. And right now we don't have that yet. So, you know, it's a little startup cost to get on Elon Musk's plan, but for our area with our towers not around a lot, we really need it. So keep us in mind when you're making your donations. We love you guys. Thanks, Martina. It's good to see you.
See you later.
She's the best photographer in town, I'll tell you.
Good weekend.
All right, guys. We will see y'all next week, next Friday. Keep it going and enjoy your weekend. Bye, guys.
See ya.